Looking at, I'm First Sergeant Lee Brents, First Sergeant of the 396 Engineer Company located in Bardstown, Kentucky. What you see just over my back, over my shoulder here, is the company performing annual training for the year of 1989. This is a domestic action project located in Springfield in Washington County, Kentucky. Springfield is a small community in central Kentucky that's a whole lot like a lot of other small communities in the state. They're really economically depressed at this period of time. What we've done is gone into an agreement with the city of Springfield to clear and help excavate what potentially is an industrial site. What you see just over my shoulder is what has happened within the last 4 days. We're in the day 4 of our domestic action project. So far we've moved on the average of about 2,400 cubic yards of soil a day. You can see the equipment working up on the top level. We've just about removed that top level. We're hauling the soil down in 5-ton dump trucks to where you see the road grader and the bulldozer behind me leveling it off. What we've managed to do is borrow some equipment and put a heavy equipment section together. We've got a bulldozer borrowed, 2 front-end loaders borrowed, road grader, and of course you see some civilian equipment working out here. We also have some people from the city of Springfield working with us. When this concept came about, we thought it would be an excellent idea to help out a small city that's located close by Bardstown. But it was kind of a selfish motive in that we can exercise our operators for our dump trucks, who are normally bridge people. Their main job is to construct and build Bailey Bridge. But they also have a secondary mission, and that is a haul mission using their 5-ton dumps.
The top, I see this project going on. What do they call these type projects?
Well, these are domestic action projects. Domestic action projects are anything that are completed by utilizing military personnel in a civilian area.
I see. I guess the job has to be related to your mission then too.
Absolutely, absolutely. One of the other things we've managed to accomplish here is we've done a whole lot of cross-training. We've got bridge specialists who are operating bulldozers, road graders, front-end loaders. We have operators who are operating as mechanics. We have mechanics who are operating dump trucks. So we're getting a lot of well-rounded training, and everybody's getting a chance to maybe live out a fantasy or realize a dream of maybe cross-training in another area.
I see. Let me ask you this, all these people, they give them some sort of instruction. How do you manage to keep it safe, men on all these different types of equipment?
Well, what we do is, prior to going to work every day, we get all the operators together. We know when they're going to be on a piece of equipment. We know what piece of equipment they're going to be on. We have a project NCO, Staff Sergeant Cravens, who is a new man and doing an excellent job. We have the squad leaders from the different squads who are out here with the bridge people. And so generally what you have is besides the heavy equipment sergeant, the project NCO, and at least 2 squad leaders, the people are briefed prior to going on the equipment.
I see
in the safe operation.
I see some operators got 2 up there on different pieces of equipment.
That's correct.
So they operate with a partner for a while too.
Well, when a person gets up on a strange piece of equipment, he gets up there and rides, and he asks questions, and he's instructed pretty well by the primary operator before he's ever turned loose on it.
And then he let go on it.
Yeah.
Well, I see. How far up? I see we're down in this gully here.
Well, where we're standing right now is it's been filled just lightly. We have done a little bit of work on the weekend drills right here. But where we're actually standing I'd say probably 6 months ago, was about 10 feet further down in a gully than where we are now. What we managed to do in the last 4 days is to raise this berm you see in behind us a distance of probably about 8 feet. When we complete it, you'll see where the dump truck is sitting on the top tier up here. There will probably be about 4-foot difference from the top tier to the second tier, and then this level down here will virtually remain as it is.
It's a pretty ambitious project.
It's a very ambitious project.
Think you get it done this AT?
Well, I don't know if we get it done this AT or not, but we're going to give it our level best.
Somebody, one of the civilians, was throwing around the term. He thinks that the work the Army's doing for him is probably worth somewhere in the neighborhood of $300,000.
I would say that's probably a pretty good estimate. You take all the equipment that's out here, and figure out what that equipment is worth per hour, you come up pretty close to a figure of about $800 an hour. When you figure the hours that we're putting in on a period of a day, and we're working a 7-day-a-week operation for 2 weeks, it gives you a pretty good idea. And that's not counting the soil transfer, hauling topsoil, and what have you.
Well, I'll let you go there, Top. It sounds like a real good project. Sounds like you got a real good handle on it.
Thank you.